Hey YouTube, Bob here. I'm back with the third video in my short series of unboxing videos in which I take a look at everything that I pre-ordered either right after or shortly after Nintendo's E3 presentation in June of 2014. Because after that presentation they announced a whole bunch of things that I was certainly interested in picking up, and as per usual they don't release those things until around the holiday season. So here it is now, December 2014. Holidays are just around the corner, and I've received the third package. And it looks like the way Amazon has divided up all these things that I've pre-ordered that there will be one more video in this series after this. So without further ado, let's take a look at this third box. Alright, so usually with these Amazon boxes there's a little bit of a tab that you have to rip off, and there we go. And do that off camera so I don't hit the camera in the process. A little bit more there. There we go. I got it all done here. So, here we go. The grand reveal. What do we got? So we got 2 Wii U games and a 3DS game. Which is kind of interesting, this 3DS release, the Ultimate NES Remix. This may be the first package retail release of a 3DS game that's playable only in 2D. I may be wrong on that, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think that's kind of interesting. But anyway, we'll get to the 3DS game first, this Ultimate NES Remix. This is kind of adding on to the original NES Remix and NES Remix 2 that were originally available as downloads through the Nintendo eShop, only on the Wii U. And that's actually what this package is right here. We'll get to that in a moment. But if we take a look at the package, it says NES Classics Return with a twist. We got all the pixel art on the cover here, which I absolutely love. The best NES classics on Nintendo 3DS. Classic stages with new twists take on remixed versions of past games. Show NES history what you can do. Tackle different challenges from the NES era. It says popular stages from the NES Remix Pack game for Wii U. So among those we have several. I'll only read you a few of them here. We got Super Mario Brothers and the Legend of Zelda, some of the earlier games, and then going on to some of the newer games. There's Kirby's Adventure in here, Dr. Mario, and even Punch-Out. So that's pretty cool. Something else that I'm really looking forward to that I believe is unique to this 3DS version says right here, unlock Famicom Remix to play Japanese versions of these games, which I think is pretty cool. Also comes with a new bonus, zip through a sped-up world in Super Mario Brothers, and compete against others with regional rankings. And from what I remember, one of the biggest criticisms of the original NES Remix on Wii U is that there was no online component. But now I see both of these titles bear the Nintendo Network symbol, so that may be rectified with these versions here. So this is the first time that NES Remix has come to the 3DS, and it seems to be both in one, both NES Remix and NES Remix 2, with a couple new twists there. So let's get this open and see what we have inside. The grand reveal here. Nice. Got the game card there, Ultimate NES Remix, with 3 pieces of pixel art. Got Mario from Super Mario Brothers, Donkey Kong from the original Donkey Kong, and Link from the original Legend of Zelda. Looks like documentation is a little bit sparse here. All it is the safety precautions, and we got the electronic manual instructions for how to do that. And then, of course, as is typical with newer 3DS and Wii U releases, the code for your Club Nintendo coins is printed on the reverse side of the album artwork. So, take that out and flip it over, redeem your coins, which is precisely what I plan to do. So that said, that's the Ultimate NES Remix, which is NES Remix 1 and 2 for the first time on the 3DS with some bonus features. This next one for the Wii U really isn't too much different than its eShop counterparts. NES Remix was released in December 2013, if I remember correctly, and then NES Remix 2 a couple months later, still on the eShop. Both of which I believe were without Nintendo Network or online compatibility. Maybe they've been patched since then to include that. We'll have to see if the back describes what that Nintendo Network compatibility is. But just like the 3DS version, this one says NES Classics Return with a Twist. The Classics, Remixed and Reborn. So NES Remix, this is what we got. Super Mario Bros., Legend of Zelda, Donkey Kong, Mario Bros., Balloon Fight, Excite Bike, Ice Climber, Golf, Baseball, Tennis, Donkey Kong Jr., Donkey Kong 3, Pinball, Clu Clu Land, Urban Champion, and Wrecking Crew. Those are all the games in the original NES Remix. Plus Super Mario Bros. 3, Metroid, Kid Icarus, The Adventure of Link, Punch-Out, Ice Hockey, Dr. Mario, Super Mario Bros. 2, Wario's Woods, Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels, NES Open Tournament Golf, and Kirby's Adventure. And of course, this doesn't mean that all these games are included in their original form in full on this compilation. Instead, it's remixed versions where you have to complete challenges, some of which you're playing as characters in different worlds, such as here's Samus in the Mario world, here's Link in the Donkey Kong world. So they do a lot of those mashups there. And also, this is pretty cool right here. It says compete in the Nintendo World Championships Remix. If you guys remember, back in 1990, Nintendo held this World Championship with a mashup. I believe the 3 games were Rad Racer, Tetris, and Super Mario Brothers. They were very brief, timed stints that you would play of each game and try to get high scores. So it says it's a remix. I'm not sure if the original version of that Nintendo World Championships game is in here, or if it's just a remix. It would be cool if it were both. And then the other, we've got the original Super Mario Brothers reversed and starring Luigi. So it sounds like you're going to be playing the game in reverse, which is pretty cool. And I'm wondering if Luigi is just as simple as a sprite swap or a color palette swap, or if he actually has the different play control as he has in recent games. So let's take a look and see what we have in this package. Do the big reveal. Hey, how cool is that? The game disc for Wii U is actually designed after an NES game pack. You can see the styling cues here with the gray cartridge. So that's pretty cool. Plus it features the same 3 sprites as on the 3DS one. Looks like, again, we're without a manual. All we have are the health and safety precautions here in several languages, and then instructions for reviewing the electronic manual, which is kind of interesting. It's instructions on how to see the instructions. And again, your Club Nintendo code is going to be printed on the reverse side of the insert here. So that's our Ultimate NES Remix for the 3DS and NES Remix Pack for the Wii U, which combines both NES Remix 1 and 2. And the final game that I have here, this is another Wii U release. This is Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. If you remember from Super Mario 3D World, which was released a little bit earlier than this time last year in 2013, several of the stages were these small puzzle-style levels featuring Toad. A Toad who could not jump, but a Toad who featured a movable camera through the use of the Wii U gamepad. And those stages were quite a bit of fun, and so much fun that they decided to make a proper game based on just those levels. So here it says, a tricky treasure hunt starring Captain Toad. More than 70 worlds of adventure await, each a puzzle only you can solve. So we got several screenshots there. The graphics in beautiful HD. And from what I understand, you can play the game using the gamepad as well, because you're going to be using it this kind of style, looking around as if you were Toad. Some of the video footage I've seen is Toad in a minecart type of thing moving along on rails, and you have to look around and fire. I don't know what it is he's firing, but he's trying to disable some enemies in the distance. So that's kind of cool. It says maneuver through maze-like mini-universes by twisting, turning, and touching the Wii U gamepad controller. Check out every angle for hidden gold and gems. So explore the stage, touch, and find the hidden treasure. The captain's moves. Captain Toad can't jump, but he can trounce enemies and switch up the course terrain. It's his own unique way, of course. So the things that he can do: pluck, throw, swing, and ride. You can also play as Toadette too, which is pretty cool. So let's take a look at what we got here. And the big reveal, boom! Looks like Toad features prominently right there on the game disc. And once again, it looks like we're without a paper manual, but instead instructions for viewing the instructions. And my Club Nintendo code is on the reverse of the panel here. And so there you have it. That's the third installment of all the things that I pre-ordered on Amazon earlier in the year, and the third video in my Amazon haul unboxing series. So like I said before, based on the way it looks like Amazon is going to be shipping these things to me, I'll be having one more video in this series, and then I'll be getting back to some more diverse content very shortly. But if you enjoyed this video, I want to thank you for watching, and look forward to more content from me soon. Talk to you later.